Hmm? Okay, boys, it's day three, and the past 2 days, market structure has been more reasonable than in the past few weeks. Looking really good. If you did not tune in to my live streams in the past 2 days, remember the goal here is we are praying for that engulfing candle this week. Okay, if we get a close like this at the end of this week, then it's gonna be amazing. All right. The probability of a continuation to the upside above 100K seems more likely, and I think we'll get there even sooner if we see this happening. Okay. If we get that engulfing candle, and that's it. All right. End of stream. All right, we'll dive into this in a bit. Let's also look at the latest market data. Let's look at the order book. Let's look at the behavior of the past 2 days and see if we are coming to this conclusion that the market would be sound in the next, how many days we got left? 5 days. Shit, less than 5 days we got for the market to continue on this reasonable structure that we've had in the past 2 days. But eventually, this is the goal, okay? And if we don't get that, it's not necessary that we'll see a nuke from BTC down here, despite all of the fear mongering on Twitter. But I think much more likely scenario is if we don't get an engulfing candle, maybe close somewhere here, then we would just range between 86,000 and 93,000. Okay, but if this is just a top wick, because last week, not gonna lie, it was hella scary. There's no top wick for last week's weekly candle. The body is insanely big and it closed with a very short bottom wick. And if, let's say, currently this week, okay, this is for the bear case scenario. Let's say maybe yesterday, all right, Monday, yesterday, today, maybe we're forming that top wick, and then eventually, if price flips down and closes below here, then we're in kind of a big trouble. More likely to continue down, but let's not entertain that scenario. Okay, let's not entertain that scenario. But a bit fearful because on the horizon there's a couple of news that you need to be paying attention to. Namely, tomorrow will be the supposedly, okay, the crypto market structure bill. If the winter conditions are pretty okay in the US and they can start talking and negotiate and come up with reasonable and solid details for what the crypto market structure bill would entail, okay, much fairer regulations of centralized exchanges, namely market makers, and that'll be nice, okay? And the second thing to look out for tomorrow is the FOMC meeting. Okay. Oh shit! It's not tomorrow. It's tonight. All right, that's tomorrow Hong Kong time, but tonight. Okay, in less than 12 hours, the FOMC meeting will kick in, and the consensus is they're gonna hold the rates at 3.5 to 3.75%. 97% odds that they're gonna hold the rates the same. But anything surprising tonight can maybe shake the market up and could lead to something like this, where we form that top wick, then come down. That's not what I want to see, and I hope, I hope there's no surprises tonight. Okay, like I think all of the bad news has already been priced in. That's what I'm hoping for, but market structure wise, still looking all right. We're using the bearish to bullish open close as our support. All right, last week's candle we just closed below that, so it was slightly worrying. But so far, so good. I really want to rule this being the top wick of an eventual bearish candle. Rule that out completely and just continue on higher. We got 3 business days to go, but we got 5 total days because remember, crypto trading is 24/7. Weekend price action counts as well. So if we get that, that'd be amazing. Okay. Timojin, oh yeah. Tarun, should we invest in Bitcoin and ETH now? Well, no financial advice, but I've been telling my friends, I mean, if you want to go for a brain dead play, this is a pretty decent average buy point. You can average all the way down to 70 to 60K. I would not full clip here, Okay, I'm not looking for spot buys because that's my style. Okay, just stick to hourly scalping for BTC. Now, in terms of Taron, what you're asking, should we invest in Bitcoin and ETH? Of course, it doesn't hurt to buy a little bit. Okay, but that's not financial advice. You also need to know, how much you got. How much capital are you going to be putting in? Will it really make a difference buying here and price going up or price going down? So think of a exit strategy first and then decide, should you invest? Okay, so if you give me more details, let's go through it in a bit. Timujin says, for me, I set a spot DCA every week for BTC. Exactly, you can do that too. You can just brain dead, don't care about what the price is, and spot DCA. There's actually another interesting technique that is supposedly far superior than DCA. Let me try finding it. I saved it in my database. Give me a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Where you at? Saved. Scroll down. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Wait, this is a lot of stuff. 2 sec. It's called value averaging. Let me get the post up here. If you're watching this, Tarun, few minutes. Wait for it. Okay, there. And then let me do this here. Saw this on Reddit. It sounds good, but the time frame, like the time frame of holding your position, is actually the same thesis as DCA, but the technique is slightly different. Let me load this up first. It's taking a while to load. How's everyone doing, man? Wednesday already. 2 more business days to go, and tonight FOMC. I really hope nothing surprising will happen, okay? So far, so good for market structure. Please don't jinx it. Please. Please. Even the US session is fairly reasonable. Okay, here we go. Okay. Value averaging instead of DCA. So let's look at the chart first. It's not like a time-based buying. It's more for if there's a significant dip, then you buy. What? Wait, okay, let me see. You see a lot of just DCA bro advice on here. Nothing wrong with DCA. It's simple and beginner friendly. But this person moved to value averaging this cycle, and the results have been way better. Most people know DCA because it's simple, buy same amount every week. But when you're trying to get better prices and make the market's volatility work for you, value averaging is a much stronger method. Let me show you how exactly it played out using real BTC price action from 2024 to 2025. So it seems like it is 2024 from March 2024 all the way until now. Okay, so every 15% drop in BTC buy. First buy $1,000. So let's say from here, drop 15%. You just use that and then buy. And then I guess every subsequent dip from there on is a buy. But notice how it's sort of like a martingale. So if it continues dipping 15% from the first 15%, you double down. And then double down more if it continues to dip. BTC gave 3 clean 30% corrections this cycle. So this rule activated 6 times. So, right, Bitcoin has no ceiling because fiat, Bitcoin has no ceiling because fiat has no bottom. They keep printing out. So theoretically, yes, Bitcoin can go to $1 million. We just don't know when, right? As long as they keep printing money. So this, I think, is much more effective way to DCA compared to the traditional DCA, particularly this cycle where we're seeing so much volatility in crypto. That way, instead of timing it every week, you're timing the big dips. And if it continues up from there, right? So say for example, maybe like you're buying 15%, like after this 15% dip, you buy here. And then if price corrects, then it's up to you to decide if you want to sell half, sell full there. If that can be a swing trading approach. But if it continues to dip down, then you double down more. So if you bought 1,000 here, but it ranges, never comes back up for you to have a reasonable price to take profit, then it continues to dip, then you double down more. So that's what they're calling value averaging. Okay, so I'm not doing this, but I had a read at this. It seems like, yes, okay, I would do this if I am a DCA bro, but I'm no DCA bro, I'm a scalper. So I hope that helped you, Taran. Okay, so before we look at the Bitcoin market structure, let's go over some news. And let me try doing this because I've been hella busy with CloudBot lately, or now it's called MoltBot, and it's insane, dude. We're building something huge. It's gonna be amazing, boys. So shorten my time work to just compile the top relevant news that you need to be paying attention to. Let me see. Okay, see if this will cook. All right, see if this will cook. So first and foremost, we got the dollar. All right, dollar crumbles after Trump remarks. Euro, yen, sterling rising while the dollar is slumping. So dollar hit 4-year low after Trump said he's not concerned about the decline. Where we at right now with the dollar strength index? It's like at 96 that I saw it. Yeah, 96. Oh my God. This is a weekly candle overlay. Just imagine last week alone, January 19th, the DXY was at 99. And for a very long time, the DXY was just ranging between 99, 98, retesting 100. When was the last time it was like sustaining above 100? It was May 2025. And this was the tariff lows, remember? April, May. But from there on, it was just a lower high. Yeah, it was a lower high off of the highs in January 2025. See how it's like that, right? 4 hour, crazy. Look at that. Uptrend during these times from 2023, or actually even stronger in 2022 when interest rates were super high. Continued up, but now it's complete breakdown. Every time you retest 100 for DXY, it's rejection. And over the past over the past 1 week, over the past week and a half, it seems there's a sharp decline for the DXY, and I think it's even more so that they're asking Trump, hey, how do you feel about this? He says he's not concerned about the decline, but in the meantime, we're seeing Euro surging to $1.20. This is the first time since mid-2021. Yen also strengthened. Asian currencies hit 4-month high. And gold, oh my God, gold, when I thought maybe there might be a rejection at 5,000. Okay, gold will continue higher, but it's just being really sharp these days. It's crazy. Right? I thought maybe we would range at 5,000 for a while, somewhere between 4,800 to 5,000, just for a while. Like, take a breather, bro. You know, gold, insane. Gold's like, no, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. It's nearly 5,300 now. All right, commodities are really strong. Silver as well. Silver, all right, didn't make a new high yet, but it's a body close above this wick, so it's still strong. So remember yesterday, right, when everyone on CT was saying, silver, big collapse, I said, all right, look for something like this. You want to wait, not even weekly, and it's got to be monthly because it's commodities. This is very old. You want to wait for a monthly bearish close with a long wick, a longer wick than the previous month. Then you can look for a reversal opportunity there. But currently the narrative for commodities is just so strong. You don't really want to like macro short this, right? So it's insane for gold and silver. So it will continue on to do its thing, especially as the world is being in chaos right now. Yo, what's up, Depash? What's up, Zeno? What's up, yo, Zeno? Right, so commodities hella strong. So after Trump's remark yesterday, what I'm thinking is, the dollar debasement narrative, I think it's already in full swing. All right, this is happening right now. And Trump saying that he's not concerned about this situation has really accelerated a flight to safety into gold, silver, and foreign currencies such as the euro and yen. Okay? And now they're saying, okay, my Cloudbot is saying this has major implications for crypto. BTC typically correlates with gold in this environment and for USD peg stablecoins, but we still have yet to see that for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is gonna act like gold, it better act this week. This week. The latest I will give you, okay, to act like gold is at the end of this week. Right? This Sunday, February 1st. Bitcoin, you gotta get your shit together. You better engulf last week's candle before February 1st. That's the deadline I'm giving you. Otherwise, digital gold my ass, okay, for the time being. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking for the relationship between Bitcoin and gold and for foreign currencies. So apart from that, also watch USD JPY. The forex intervention is already in play. It's slumping lower and lower. It was at 154 yesterday. Now it's at 152, trading at 152 for USD JPY. Okay, so for story number 2 that might be worth paying attention to, all right, executives from Airbus, AstraZeneca, and HSBC are joining UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer on a rare China visit. Okay, so what's happening is Keir Starmer visiting China with 60 UK businesses. This is actually the first UK state visit to China in 8 years, and it's part of a pattern that we've been seeing recently. Canada, Ireland, South Korea, Finland, all visiting China this month. Okay, so the take here is, with so many countries now having their first state visits, some of them not first, but you can't deny a lot of these countries are visiting China. All right, we're seeing global realignment happening. All right, countries are hedging against US uncertainty by strengthening China ties. So Trump, he's gonna keep doing his thing. He don't care. Other countries might be nervous about that. They'd be like, Trump's getting crazy. Let's just go to China, man. China number 2. China number 1. All right, so they want to build this relationship with China in case as a hedge, if Trump really goes crazy with the US, because can't deny the US is in a shithole right now. Okay, so watch for UK-China trade deals that could impact markets. And speaking of China, it's been a year already since DeepSeek. So fast, I can't believe it. January 2025 was when DeepSeek came out. So Alibaba, Moonshot, Baidu are all releasing competitive models, claims of outperforming OpenAI and Anthropic on benchmarks. If that's true, that'd be insane if you're in Hong Kong, because right now it's very difficult to get Cloud Plan, to get ChatGPT Plan, because you can't use them here. So the model that I've been using on Cloudbot is Minimax, which is China, but I'm not happy with its intelligence. I would like a better, I ideally would like Opus 4.5. So right now, Alibaba and all of these companies are claiming that they're building something like Opus 4.5. That'd be nice. All right, so we can use that into Cloudbot and then build something really, really nice. Also, all right, they're shifting their strategy. They're making it open source, affordable for emerging markets, and DeepSeek usage in Africa is 2 to 4 times higher than other regions. So my take is the China's AI push is real and it's accelerating. It's not just about tech anymore, it's geopolitical as well. US chip export controls aren't slowing them down, and this could impact Nvidia, but also creates opportunities in Chinese tech exposure. So far, so good for Minimax, not bad. If they claim to have a model that is just like Opus 4.5, hey, can't wait to play it. Can't wait to get my hands on it. That'd be nice, right? Okay, so we got other notable stories. No doubt, Fed expected to keep interest rates on hold this week. No surprise, but commentary matters. So if they say anything surprising tonight, what we got? We got less than 12 hours left. Then pay attention to that. Amazon bungles Wednesday layoff plan with misfired internal email. Implication of this is tech sector weakness continues. It's not a good look. US stock futures rise with Fed decision. Big tech earnings on deck. Tesla earnings tomorrow could be the key catalyst as well. Health insurers weigh on Dow Jones as S&P 500 sets fresh record. Okay, so the implication of this is Medicare policy uncertainty is hitting United Health hard. And all of these is contributing to, just gold soaring past. Crazy, Dixie, what's up, man? GM. All right, so hopefully all of these news has keep you up to date. Now you know what to look out for. Keep a close eye on China AI, especially. I would not sleep on this news. This news, okay? They're UK's first state visit to China. And then you also have Alibaba and Chinese AI firms claiming to have something like Opus 4.5. So this is more so if you're living in Hong Kong or if you're living in countries that you can't access ChatGPT or Anthropic Cloud. Okay, so just maybe this can be in the offer. So let's see if we can get that one. That'd be nice. China #1, Project Matrix says. All right. Okay, so let's get back to the BTC market structure. So far, so good. Reasonable price action, even with US session. Yes? Okay. So we're looking at the hourly overlay. This was Monday. Yeah. New York session opened high, then the next hour completely retraced that pump, but nothing dramatic from there. It just continued to range. We didn't see something like this. Oh, that would be insanely scary, and I would be just done with the market by then. But remember on Monday, right, I said, I have a feeling, right? If we're not here to create the top wick for the weekly candle, then it should be engulfing last week's candle. And I really hope that could be the case. That would be an insane story, yes? Because last week's price action was just so sus for BTC. We did not have a top wick. How often do you see a weekly candle without a wick on either side, right? Yeah, last week, no top wick at all. Just straight nuke after the CME futures. And the body was a very big bearish close towards the end of the week. It just continued grinding down. There's so much imbalance here. It has to fill. So currently we're seeing the fill of those imbalance. But the question is, what are we going to do if we get to 90K? If we fill half of those imbalance, are we going to reject and continue to range here? That's a base case scenario. But what I'm really hoping for is, God, please engulf this candle. Give me this. Give me this shit. All right, that's what I want to see. Give me this shit before February 1st. That's going to be nice. Okay, it's going to be nice. Otherwise, if we don't get this, then we just continue to range between this red line and this white line for the time being. Okay, but past 2 days looks pretty good. Price action, pretty good. Not scary at all. Monday, right? New York session behaved pretty well. Yesterday, right? Tuesday, New York session opened here, made a high, then again, it's the same shit. Look at that. The next hour is a violent dump retracing the previous pump. So did yesterday, but instead of ranging, it grinded upwards. Man, I swear, it's the Australians. The Australians are coming back. This was the open of Sydney session. Is Sydney session really a thing now? That'd be insane. But so far, we're creating newer highs each day. And can we maintain this structure throughout the week and get that engulfing candle? It's a very simple narrative, boys. So volume profile wise, we sort of had a retest of last week's volume profile. This was last week, yeah, from January 19th all the way to January 25, yeah. The POC was at 89,600. So it is in line with half of last week's weekly candle, the half point. So far, this is this week, January 26th. Where's the POC now? Still here. So if price dips towards 87,800, it's imperative we see a bounce from there. So I would not be shitting my pants if we see BTC come down here, because that's where the POC is. We're currently above the value area high, so it's good. Can we sustain this? That's another question. Okay, I'd be shitting my pants if we just nuke past this POC. That would be not good. That'd be not good. But I have my hopes up. But the data sort of telling me otherwise, because look what are people doing on spot. So we're looking at BTC 15-minute time frame on the aggregated spot order book difference. They're still selling the rallies, boys. So when BTC went from 87K last night to 89K, right? Until just before Asia session opened this morning, they're still selling. Like, look at that. The delta is still predominantly bearish on the 15-minute time frame, so they're still selling the rallies. But they are still buying the dip. Like, if it dipped really hard, they're still buying. So what I really optimally want to see is price going up, but also the delta being bullish. That means they're paying premium. They're willing to pay a much higher price for Bitcoin on spot. Shows their commitment, shows their FOMO. Okay, that's what I want to see. So this thing is still kind of discouraging for me, but price action wise, still holding okay. Okay, not full confidence we'll see that engulfing candle this week, but if we do, fuck yeah, maybe they're value averaging, maybe they are, right? That's what they've been doing, right? So that's the thing also. Taron, if you're still around, it doesn't have to be 15%. You can make your own rule. This is this person's rule. Value averaging. So boys, if you just tuned in, instead of DCA, try value averaging. It seems to be particularly superior this cycle. It's like DCA, but it's not like you buy every week. It's like you buy if there's a big dip. So this person, if BTC dumps 15%, he buys with 1K. But if it continues to dip without correcting, you do the martingale. You buy more. Okay, so that's like an extreme way to DCA. See if it works out. Not financial advice. Okay, so yeah, so far so good. My current scalping win rate still not there. I need more data to test out the reversal strategy for BTC scalps for the hour. That's why I'm playing around with CloudBot right now to see if we can parse through data in hours instead of days and weeks. Because normally if I were to parse through data myself, it's gonna take forever. So yeah, CloudBot, hella nice, fucking nice, dude. If note you're still watching, dude. If you're doing, let me know what you're doing with CloudBot. It's so good. It's so good. All right, so we're gonna end the stream here, boys. Take good care of yourselves. 2 more business days, 4 more days for the week to end. Let's pray we get that engulfing candle. Tonight would be kind of scary. All right, if the market's truly priced in that the Feds are gonna hold rates here, we shouldn't see any sudden panic. But if Powell, is it still Powell, right? Jerome Powell is still the Fed chair. Yeah, he's still the Fed chair. If he says something surprising about either PMI or the labor market, then just shut the hell up, okay? Like, can we not just can you let BTC go? Also, some copium here for me. Wait, just before we end, I'm still behind Capital Flow. He's still updating his current position for BTC. Where is it? Here. Still holding Bitcoin long. We're at a make or break moment with FOMC this week. So that's tonight. We will see if this position gets stopped out or begins to squeeze out shorts. Boy, do we want to squeeze out the shorts. Because it doesn't make sense for BTC to be here while gold is doing their thing above 5,000 and silver above 100. Because it's embarrassing. Embarrassing. Last Thanksgiving, you go to your family dinner, and then you tell your grandma, crypto is about to change how currency works. And then look who's laughing. Grandma is laughing at you with her gold and silver portfolio, and it's physical gold, by the way. She flexed with her necklace and her bangles and her rings and her earrings. That entire flex look is worth more than my Tia staking position. How sad is that? So, gotta like, I agree with what Capital Flow says. Bitcoin is marginally offside. If this is truly digital gold, then this market over the past 3 months has been extremely manipulated. So this crypto market structure bill better come into play when tomorrow, okay? How bad is it for the winter condition for them to keep postponing the bill? Get that done, all right? But more importantly, in that bill, can you please address market makers in centralized exchanges? What should they do? Because right now they still have so much freedom. I don't know if it's confirmed, but I have a feeling like, of course, they could be hunting, they could be trading against their users, right? And plus, I think now it's not just because of the October 10th. I realize with Polymarket 15-minute, the 15-minute thing, I think this also has a sort of an influence in how Bitcoin moves. So we're gonna be using CloudBot to look into that and see if we can get some useful data and get a feel for how Bitcoin really moves now. Because I feel like for sure Polymarket plays a part in how Bitcoin moves as well. Can we capitalize on that? That's also another question. Yes? Okay. CloudBot live stream. It'd be difficult to do a live stream on CloudBot since, the API keys and all that. So, but we've been talking. Yeah, Michael's been playing with CloudBot really, really hard. We'll do a guide about that. Sure, why not? But it has to be, I think, video instead of live stream. That makes sense. Nita Cho, buying 2 more times. Browsing, value averaging. My cousin was flexing her gold earring when I visit. Damn! Damn! Now that is sad if their earring is worth more than my Tia staking position. All right, boys, take good care of yourselves. Remember to like this video, okay? Like this live stream. Every like means so much to me. Let's bring it back. All right, subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and join our Discord if you're new to this channel. We have an amazing community full of talented traders. Link is in the description down below. All right, boys. My name is Ron.